What can Spider-Man teach us about work-life balance? The Spider-Man 2 movie, released in 2004, has an important lesson for all of us about work-life balance. In this movie, Peter Parker, played by Tobey Maguire, finds a new Spider-Man costume which is black and white in color that gives him new powers like the ability to hide his costume without changing it and a never-ending supply of webbing. Now I know you're wondering, how is this related to work-life balance? But stay with me here and watch till the end of the video. The link and the analogy will be very clear. So Spider-Man was very happy with his new costume and powers. But there was one small problem. Ever since he had started wearing the new costume, he was feeling tired. But how could it be related to the costume? One night, after he had taken out the costume and was asleep, something strange happened. The costume began to move on its own. It slowly crept back onto his body and covered him. Without him even knowing it, he stood up and flew out of the window. Peter Parker was actually still asleep inside the confines of his costume, but the costume was driving his life without him even knowing it. When he woke up in the morning, he was tired, but he did not know why. So Spider-Man sought the help of a scientist to understand this. The scientists ran some tests and gave him some really bad news. The new costume was not just a costume. It was alive. It was a symbiote, like a parasite. It was attempting to merge with Peter Parker permanently. He would become a part of it. The costume would not live to serve him. He would live to serve the costume. Now, if you've seen the movie, you know how much Peter Parker tried to take off the costume, but he could not. Now you're again thinking, what does this have to do with work-life balance? We're getting to that now. Eric Barker talks about this exact story of the Spider-Man in his book, Barking Up the Wrong Tree. He asks us about our first job, maybe our dream job. What did you feel when you got your first job or your dream job? You likely felt that it was a great opportunity with an amazing pay. You felt like you got new powers. But just like Peter Parker did, as the years went on, did you start to feel tired? Did the job start to keep you awake at night when you should have been sleeping? Did you find it difficult to sleep due to being consumed by thoughts about work? Did you start waking up to check email in the middle of the night? Rather than the job being a part of your life, did you start becoming part of the job and your work? Did you find it impossible to get off you, however hard you tried? Well, I'm sure you get the hang of it now, don't you? You may not have a job. You may have a symbiote or a parasite. Before you allow your job to consume you, you must stop. Before you walk too far along the path and allow a symbiote to take over you, you should stop. But the question is, what can you do? To understand the top 10 things that you can do to achieve work-life balance, watch this video.